I have a couple of ideas that might be worth sharing. One is to 3D print your holding device for fragile or soft metal or plastic parts. I did this once before when holding something in a vise in a surface grinder, but I didn't save it because once you get through with it, you just toss it. The chances of ever needing it again, very slim. But you just put your part in it and put it in the mill vise. In this case, I'm going to be scraping in a 5mm wide keyway. And anyway, that's the essence of that idea. Indicate that in flat, tap it around if you want your part in straight up and down. A better design would be if I had undercut this block when I printed it or modeled it, where it only pinches right where you're clamping, but I didn't have to do that. Come think of it, I didn't do it the other one. I didn't have this much trouble. But anyway, I finally got the thing in there flat. And the other idea is that little accessory for the mill. That'll go on the spindle there and lock it where it can't turn. And it does a dadgum good job. I was surprised. I was afraid that it wouldn't, that I'd end up having to make it out of metal. But this clamps onto the quill, and then just screw that in and stop the spindle from turning. I put a metal insert in it though, so the threads won't wear out. And of course I've pressed a little hex nut into a hex cavity that I'd modeled. I really figured I'd make it out of plastic and then have to go back and make it out of metal, but won't be any need to make it out of metal. We got it on the center now, and we'll start, well, I'll put that adapter on first that locks the spindle. I'll show you that. Smack it in place. Lamp it. There's no way you can move that. And I need to lock it in order to get this stupid little adapter out of there. Come on. Turn you. Well, you can tell the spindle isn't turning. I guess I want to take it out to get that indicator adapter out. I was too lazy to. Gosh, damn it. Hell, I just slid it up in there. That's not holding it. Hell, I'm going to have to take that mill holder out. Well, you can at least see that. Well, you can see that the spindle's locked. Pinched myself. Oh. I wasn't thinking I had changed the spindle anyway. But even with the spindle locked, we're changing. See that little wiggle right there? Well, I don't want that. And that's what this thing will put a stop to. Now you can't turn it. It's locked. Well, I'm gonna indicate my cutter in this way. So I'll go get the magnetic base indicator. Anyway, that's how it works. And then of course I'll scrape the keyway in. I was too cheap to buy a 5mm keyway cutter just for 2 little parts. Gotta remember not to turn the mill on. Anyway, you get the idea. Now when I scrape this thing, I always went like a half the key depth plus a few thousand. And I figured up what 2.5mm should be, and it should be I think about 98 thousandths. So I'm going to cut 100 thousandths, and I'll spare you all the boring part. Maybe I'll zoom in on the last cuts or something. That's exactly the final cut, but I'm gonna, in case there's any tool deflection, I'm gonna make quite a few more strokes. I feel like it's got nice and smooth all the way down, or rubbing all the way down, I guess, but now. The broaching tool, we just ground that out of a piece of cutter blank on the surface grinder. I've got an English keyway broaches from 1/8 up to 1/2 inch, but I didn't have any metric. This world's going to metric, so if you like it or not, get ready for it. I think the U.S. is the only weirdo left that's still using the English system. Well, there's the 100,000. I'd say it looks like it's supposed to. We'll find out later if it works or not. We can always reset up if we had to. This kind of goes without saying, but make sure your cavity up underneath your part is big enough for the chips you're going to generate. Don't know why I even said that. Y'all plenty smart to think of that. Well, there they are. 2 little serpentine belt pulleys from my little CNC mill. Next comes the set screws. Hopefully everybody knows not to put set screws 180 degrees apart. You put them 90 to 120 degrees apart. Never 180, because it ends up being like a hinge. If there's any ever wear on the shaft of the pulley, it'll sit there and wobble back and forth like as if the set screws were a hinge pin. So 90 to 120 degrees apart. I generally choose 120, but to each their own, either one works. Do it. Well, I'm not going to turn the camcorder. Guess that's the best I can do as far as zooming in on one.